my channel, and in today's video I'm gonna be giving y'all like a little rundown of a story time about how I had toxic friends, how we fell out, what did I do after I stopped hanging with them. I'm gonna be talking about if I still talk to them or not, stuff like that. So with that being said, if you are new, make sure you subscribe and get that bell down below, ding ding ding. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all social medias. I have Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. They will be in the description down below. So without any more talk, we're gonna get into the video. Alright, so yeah, as y'all read by the title, I'm gonna give y'all a little story time about what happened between me and some friends that I were hanging with back in school, in high school. I graduated already. Graduated 2020 of February. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to say code names. I'm just say their name. I mean, it is what it is. So without further ado, I'm gonna just get straight into the story. So I was cool with 3 girls, so it was 4 of us total. So I was friends with 3 girls. Their names were Winter, Chloe, and Tajay. So I kind of remember how all of us became like hanging around each other when school started junior year, because Tajay and Winter wasn't going to start sophomore year or whatever. So junior year came back, and all of us, you know, just would hang around each other a whole lot. So I'm gonna give y'all the rundown of how I know them, how I met them, this and that. So I'm gonna start with Tajay. I met Tajay, I want to say 6th, 7th grade, middle school. To me, she's real cool. Like, that's like a sister to me. You know, we like this. I talk to her every day. If I don't talk to her every day, I talk to her every other day. So yeah, Winter, I met Winter middle school. She really wasn't, from what I remember, she wasn't going to start. She was going to Fort or something like that. When school started, when I came back from living in Charlotte. If you don't know, that's where I live now. No, I'm not from Charlotte. I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina. But this is where my mama wanted to resign. So, Chloe, I met Chloe, I want to say, I don't think I ever went to middle school with Chloe. So I want to say I met her my freshman year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But I met her my freshman year or whatever. And she was cool. I mean, she did a lot of sneaky stuff. We was supposed to be friends, but she was cool. Other than that, Winter was cool. She was alright. But yeah. So I'm gonna get into how all of us really started hanging with each other. I used to be with Tajay a lot. And Tajay used to be with them. Like, I was cool with them, but I wouldn't really, you know, hang with them like that. But that's what Tajay was really hanging with. So, and I would be with her sometimes. So that's what she would be with. So I just started hanging with them or whatever. It would mainly be like lunchtime or like school pep rallies and this and that. Basically school activities. Like, you will always see us. If you see one of us, you see, most likely you see all of us. So where should I start? I don't know if I want to start with Chloe or if I want to start with Winter. But yeah, pretty much you would really see all of us no matter what, when, morning time, afternoon, lunch, no matter what, you will always see us. So I'm gonna start with Chloe. I knew Chloe, as I said, I knew Chloe for a long time. Me and Chloe actually fell out before because she was trying to talk to my boyfriend at the time behind my back. And I don't know if she didn't think that I would find out or I wouldn't notice, but I found out. I said something about it. Me and her ended up going back and forth. I said something to him about it. He was like, it's not like that, this and this and that. She liked me, but I don't too much like her, this and this and that. So I was like, okay, cool, it's whatever. I think at the time, I think I had stopped talking to him. I think. I don't know. He always used to do something that irritate me, so I wouldn't be surprised if I had stopped talking to him after that. I can't remember. But yeah, so me and her had a falling out about that, and then after that happened, I didn't really too much talk to her after that, because it was like, it was as close as we was, I wouldn't think that she, out of all people who I was cool with back then, would do that or try to talk to somebody that either I didn't talk to or still talk to or whatever. So with that being said, fast forward, I don't know, backtrack, I don't know if she still had animosity with me about that whole situation or whatnot, because looking back at it, I don't know, it's just weird, especially with her. But anyways, that happened. Me and her fell out. I stopped talking to her. Then I could care less what she was doing, who she was with, who she was cool with, or whatever. And somehow we became cool again, not like friends, but like cool or whatever. And yeah, we became cool. I don't remember how. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I would probably have to ask somebody, to be honest. But yeah, we became cool, but I wouldn't really hang with her like that. So with that being said, that happened, and it was just like, even after we became cool and I used to like be with them a lot, it just still felt weird. And like, she would like those, I wouldn't say slick shots, but she would throw like low about my ex or whatever, which I never understood what was her problem with me about him, because I wasn't the one who ruined anything with y'all, because from what I knew, y'all didn't have nothing going on, and also I was talking to him first. But we didn't necessarily fall out because of a boy. We fell out because she is loyalty, basically. Like, don't, and you know better, you got common sense. If I would have did that to you, you would have felt some type of way. But yeah, so after that happened, it just felt weird. Like, she gave off weird vibes sometimes or whatever. But after that, it was just like, really, I never really used to be with her. I never really used to speak to her. It was just like a hi and bye thing. Or like, if we was in a group setting, then maybe I'll speak or stuff like that. I don't know how we became like that close as how we was when all four of us was hanging together. But I can't remember how me and her became close at whatever you want to call it. But that's how it that's basically somewhat of a rundown of Chloe. I'm gonna get further into it. But when I used to be with them, it just felt weird. Well, not weird. Like, when I first started hanging with them, it was cool. It was definitely a vibe. Like, everybody was chill. Like, we would always be with each other. We would always laugh, trip, kick it, stuff like that. But like, me and Chloe got into it. We had a big we had a big argument or whatever. So what happened with that was, basically, I said that she liked little boys. So I said that because she was talking to a boy who just started high school. He was a freshman. He was 14, and she was a junior, about to be 17, 18, one of the two. No, I think she was about to be 17, if I'm not mistaken. But he was 14, she was about to be 17, or already 17, I don't know. And yeah, I said she liked little boys. Mind you, Tajay and Winter said the same exact thing verbatim, word for word. So what is the difference between me saying it and them saying it? Or whatever. So one day we were sitting in class, and I think that's what I said in the group chat. We was talking about it in the group chat or whatever. But they had their own little separate group chat. Like Chloe, Tajay, and Winter, they all had their own separate group chat, and then it was me, Chloe, Tajay, and Winter in one group chat. Basically, they didn't add me in their little trio group chat or whatever. So I was in class one day. It was first block, maybe second block, but definitely no, it was first block. So the beginning of the day, basically. I said something, and mind you, the boy who she was talking to at the time, don't ask me why I keep putting quotation marks, but I'm gonna just keep my comments to myself. But basically, I knew the boy who she was talking to. He was like family, basically. He was real cool. He's still cool, but I don't really talk to him like that. Especially with me in a new state, stuff like that. And yeah, I knew the boy, and he would talk to me about her, but I would never go back and say nothing to her because my loyalty was more so with him than it was with her, because he more like family. We just like somewhat of a friend, and we done fell out a couple of times, so I mean, it was what it was. He would tell me slick stuff about her or whatever. I would never say nothing. I just keep it to myself or whatever. And so we was in a group chat. I think I said you like little boys, or we was talking about him or whatever, and she just so-called snapped on me just for me saying that. Mind you, Tajay and Winter said the same exact thing, word for word, word for word. And me and her was just going back and forth in the group chat, this and this and that. And then I was like, I don't got time to go back and forth. What do you want to fight? Me, I'm the type, if I'm not about to go back and forth with you, like I'd be ready to fight, to be honest. I'm not about to like, what's up, what's good. Like, don't be typing all of that behind the phone that you got or the computer screen that you got. Don't do none of that. So she acted like she didn't want to tell me where she wanted me to fight her at or meet her at, so I could fight her or whatever. And Tajay and Winter was in the group chat like, nah, y'all not about to fight. It's not even that serious, this and this and that. And I was like, my point exactly. It's nothing to be fussing over or whatever. And I think she felt, well, I don't know personally, but I feel like she felt some type of way about me being in the group with them or whatever. I don't know why, but if she did feel some type of way, she could have spoke up about it. She could have said something. I even told Tajay, it was like, me and Tajay had plenty of conversations about it, and I was like, if Chloe ever felt some type of way about anything, like even the past stuff with Mont, then she could have said something, period. And Mont is the boy who I was talking to, that she tried to talk to, basically. I'm gonna be giving y'all a story time about him, but it's not the video. This is not the video for that. But so yeah, she basically was like mad over that, which I feel like that's something so petty. I could understand if you was trying to come at me because I was like talking about you and this and this and that. Girl, all I said was we like talking to little boys. I said it to your face times before that, and I said it that day. So I don't understand what was the difference between that day and the time I said it before. But anyways, so yeah, so after that, we were still going back and forth, and I'm just like, girl, I ain't got time. What you want for that? You want me E-wing, D-wing, C-wing? Like, and because that's how the building was set up. E wing was like close to the cafeteria. That's where you had the seniors, the juniors. It was mixed. D wing you had like art class, all of that. Sometimes you had English. It depends, but it was mixed on that side of the hallway. And then C wing was really meant for the freshmen, so they kept the freshmen on the opposite side of the school, close to like the band room, ISS, all of that extra stuff. So after that, she acted like she didn't want to tell me. So the class was supposed to end in. I wasn't really saying too much in class. So the bell rang. So I'm rushing out of class to go find her. Mind you, my cousin always used to meet me. Because sometimes our class would be on the same hallway. So he was coming to meet me or whatever, because that's what we always did. So I'm zooming past him. He calling my name and everything. I'm zooming past him or whatever. I'm like blank, like my mind is blank. So he pulled me, he grabbed my back. I'm like, bro, get off me, like she won't fight, I'm about to go fight. I think those were my exact words. He was like, who you talking about? I was like, Chloe. He was like, man, you ain't about to fight that girl. You already knew you could beat her or whatever. You don't need to waste your energy on that. But I was like, nah, like she doing too much of this. And she been doing too much of that for so long, and I don't let too much slide or whatever. And so he was like, all right, bro. So he walked with me because he knew I wasn't gonna let it go, because he actually was trying to make me go to class, but he knew I wasn't going like that. So I think I walked down Ewing. No, I saw Tajay and Winter. One was coming from one direction, the other was coming the other direction. So they saw me and they both pew opposite directions to go find Chloe or whatever. And I think I went down D wing, because I think that's where her first block class was at the time. And so I walked down D wing and I didn't see her on that end of the school. So I kept walking. We made it to D wing. Mind you, I'm very observant, but my mind is blank. So I'm looking who all around or whatever. So I see her sister, Winter and Tajay standing right there. And then I look across the hall, because in the group chat she kept saying she wanted to fight me in front of my ex. Whole time he was talking to somebody that he knew. Weird, right? But yeah, he was talking to somebody that he knew or whatever. So why did it matter if we was fighting in front of him or not or whatever? She was like, she kept saying, yeah, let's go fight in front of Mom, let's go fight in front of Mom. And I'm like, what he got to do with anything? I don't even talk to him. And he got a whole new girlfriend. I don't remember who his girlfriend was at the time, but I knew he had a new girlfriend, and I was talking to somebody else or whatever. We wasn't even cool. Mind me, he wasn't even cool at the time. Not even on speaking terms. Not even hiding by nothing. He wasn't even cool at the time at all. So for her to keep like bringing him up, it was kind of weird. Cause it was like, if you just wanted to talk to him, you could have just said that, and I could have like put you in the door. Like, even though he wanted to take you serious, I would have still put you in the door. Like, so all I had to say was, hey yo, like, used to talk to Mom, this and this and that. You wouldn't have been cool, but I could have still put you in the door. You feel me? So yeah, I get downstairs. I'm speed walking. Everything is like going in a circle. Like, well, not going in a circle. Everything is moving fast, but my mind is blank. I see her. I walk up to her. I'm quiet. I'm real quiet. I'm calm and quiet. So you know, when I'm calm and I'm quiet, it's a problem. That means something wrong. Somebody that did something, said something, that means something wrong. So I see her and I'm like, what's up? Jonte had grabbed my phone, grabbed my book bag, and Jonte was like, if any of y'all try to jump in, just know I ain't swinging. Boy or girl, I don't care who you is. Which really was directed to her sister, because her sister was standing right next to her. Her sister had looked lost, like, what's going on? Like, what y'all, like, I'm confused or whatever. So she's just standing there. She was shocked to see me actually come downstairs, to be honest. I don't know why, but I don't know if she thought she could have punked me and me not say nothing or do nothing, But yeah, she was shocked, low-key, to see me actually come downstairs and stare in her face. So she still got her bag and all that on. And I'm like, nah, here you go. Like, I'm ready to get down. Like, what's up? So I can't remember. I kind of blacked out. Like, once I seen her, I kind of blacked out. And she talking, and I'm walking forwards towards her. And I think I was like, I started kind of talking loud. And I was like, what's up? What's good? Like, what you trying to do? So I go to swing. Like, I'm pulling my hand back to swing. And all of a sudden, I feel a teacher grab me. Because, like, I don't know which one of us was yelling, but one of us was yelling. And I guess the teacher saw or heard, well, she saw when I was about to cock my hand back. And she came and grabbed me. And she put me in, what's some little things the police officer put you in? Not a headlock, but like, so she put me in something. And they pulled me, because we was right in the middle of the hallway, literally. So they put me like where the steps was from upstairs view, and they put me where the step was downstairs or whatever. And I was like, let me go, like, let me go. And then that's all of a sudden I hear her getting loud, like, yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, you ain't about that, this and this and that. You scary. And I'm like, honey, I just been in your face. And you been low-key acting like a little mouse. Like, timid and scary. So, like, why you doing all that popping off now? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. So, I break loose from the teacher. And then the police officer came. It was 2 police officers. I think one had her and one had me. And mind you, I'm kicking on the door like because they had me like by the stairs and the door, and the door was glass. I'm kicking on the door, I'm kicking on the wall for them to, I'm basically climbing up the wall so I can break free, so I can go beat the knot out her, like, for real. But so after that happened, they took me to ISS. I don't know where they took her, but they took me to ISS. And the ISS, you can't have your phone. Well, it depends on what person is in ISS and how cool you was with them, this and this and that. But that day, couldn't nobody have their phones in ISS. So they took my phone. I was basically in there for all day, because that happened like after second block or whatever. I mean, after first block. I didn't make it to second block. Didn't make it to third block. Didn't make it to fourth block. And all my teachers was like, "Where can I at?" Because they know I come to school every day, and they know that I come to class, so I at least check in or whatever. So I ain't check in with none of them that day. And so one of my teachers came and actually saw me, and he was just like, "Why you around here cutting up this and this and that?" But all my teachers know I ain't gonna fight. Now, I might talk trash now, but I ain't gonna fight unless you really take me there, per se. Like, they know I ain't gonna wanna fight unless you really take me there. And she took me there or whatever. And so what happened after that? The end of the day came. I got my phone back. I think they were still texting in the group chat, but I can't remember what they were. I can't remember the text messages verbatim or whatever. But I seen Tasha. Tasha was like, "Girl, I thought you went home," and I was like, "Nah." She was like, "Me and her just talked about it," and I was like, my bus driver at the time. She was my bus driver since middle school up until my sophomore year, because she left. No, up until my junior year, because I think it was junior year. No, up until my sophomore year, because she didn't come back my junior year. No. Yeah. She was there. No, she left in the beginning, I mean in the middle of my junior year. So, yeah. And, yeah, she came back because I think that's the year her son passed away. That's her son right here. I got his pictures all over my wall. May he rest in peace. But yeah, so I got on the bus because I was late. Normally I'd be like the first person to get on the bus, but I was late getting to the bus or whatever. Taja got on the bus and she was like, "You good? This and this and that." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm straight. Like, I don't put no fear in my heart or whatever." And she was just like, "Bro, what happened?" Like, or whatever. And I was just like, she been doing too much talking, and she kept talking about irrelevant stuff or whatever. And I felt like she been had animosity towards me or whatever. And Tasha was like, "Yeah, like she wrong for that, because she kept bringing up stuff that ain't had nothing to do with what y'all was arguing about." Which my point was exactly like, why you bringing up somebody that you ain't never talked to that I talked to? Why does he matter so much? Why you bringing up unnecessary things that don't matter or whatever? And yeah, basically the next day came. We were supposed to actually, because they called my mama. I actually called my mama and told her like, "Yo, I'm about to fight. Like it is what it is." Just she like, "No, you know, you about to go to class. You about to go to class. You think I ever?" No, I clicked and I went to go find her or whatever. And so you know, I skipped the part. Before I went to ISS, they actually called my mama and they had a conference with her and this and that or whatever. And you know how she be fake acting like I'm gonna get in trouble all the time. And I got home, I didn't get in trouble. I went home and watched TV and all that extra stuff. And she didn't say nothing. She didn't do nothing. She was supposed to come to the school the next day and do a conference. They ain't never said nothing about it, so it never happened or whatever. And then after that, I came to school the next day. I was still hanging with the same two girls. She was still a part of the group, but the next day I didn't speak to her because it was not to speak to her about. Because the next day I really wanted to slap her, but you know, we didn't say nothing to each other. She didn't look at me, I didn't look at her, because anyways, and then after that, I was still hanging around with them. I just never spoke to her because there was nothing to speak to her about. Because if she ever had a problem, she could have spoke up on it or whatever. But that's what happened between me and Chloe. But after that, like, I was still hanging with them, but I just felt like it was something funny going on, because Winter started to act funny or whatever, and she started to act funny or whatever, and I was just like, if y'all always got a problem, speak up, like, say it, like, or whatever. I think sometimes I would go to lunch, sometimes I wouldn't, because my teachers used to bring me lunch. My teachers used to bring me lunch or whatever, so it'll be some days I'll go to lunch, some days I wouldn't. Some days I'll pop in and out to see what's going on or whatever. But yeah, after that, stuff just started to feel funny, and it was weird, like the vibe was off or whatever. And then me and Winter got into it. Like, I want to say shortly after that, me and Winter fell out, and Winter got into it with my cousin. I guess over the whole situation, because I guess he said he'd jump anybody that would jump in or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember. But I just knew, excuse me, they got into it or whatever. Me and Winter fell out because I don't really even know the reason, to be honest. People would have to ask for that, but I can care less at this point. I could have cared less then, and I could care less at that point, at this point, or whatever. But me and her fell out because one day me and my cousin was standing at the end of E-Wing going to second block. Yeah, going to second block, and my second block class was on E-Wing. I think that day I wasn't going to advisory. I can't remember. I think I was going to second block though. And when class was ending and we were switching classes, this boy named Corey walked up to me or whatever, and he was just like, "You fake, you don't talk to me no more, this and this and that." or whatever. And I'm just like, hi, or whatever. So after me and him was done talking, he walked off, I walked off, and I went to go meet my cousin. Off rip, me and him like geeking, like we laughing, like that's what we always do. That's what we always did when we see each other. So I guess she was walking up. I didn't see her until she got close to us. So she walking up and she got her head down on her phone. She looked sad. She looked mad, upset, whatever you want to call it, or whatever. She looked real sad. So I ain't say nothing. Well, it's not that I didn't say nothing. Me and Dante was too busy having a whole conversation or whatever. And then I seen Tajay walk up, and they were standing there for a good little minute, and then they walked off together. And then when they walked off, Chauncey gave him, because he threw my book bag in the trash, and he went to go get my book bag out the trash can or whatever, and he gave it to me, and I went to class, and he went to class. So I didn't go to lunch that day because one of my teachers brought me something to eat. Yeah, one of my teachers brought me something to eat. So when second block was over, I went to third block. By this time, schedules was about to change. So, yeah, by this time, schedule was about to change. Everybody was about to have different lunches, this and that. But, so I didn't go to lunch that day. I'm sitting in one of the teachers' class who brought me lunch. And I get a text message, and it's from Tajay. And she was like, what was you talking about winter? I was like, huh? I was taken aback about it because I didn't know where she could have got that from, who could have told her that. And I was like, no, why? She was like, oh, because she told me that you said something, or she told me you was talking about her. So, and I was like, when, where, how? Like, I was so confused or whatever. And I didn't see them for the rest of the day except for Tajay. And I didn't really say too much. We didn't really say too much to each other after that, after she asked me that. So the next day came, and I walked up to Winter, and I walked up to Winter to ask her, like, who told you that I was talking about you, this and that? So she walked past me, and I was like, oh, I don't need to talk to you. Girl, I just wanted to know what was up, like, or whatever. And then after that, I was impressed to find out anything. Like, I stopped hanging with them, and I went about my business. Me and Tajay lived in the same neighborhood, so I still saw her this and that. I would still go to her bus stop. A little after me and Winter fell out, I would still go to her bus stop and stuff like that. And it was just like, one day I went to her bus stop, and she ain't really been singing too much, and like the vibe was off. And that's when I kind of picked up, like, oh, she ain't really talking to me either, which that was cool or whatever. So at that point, I wasn't talking to none of them. And after that, myself, I would hang with the people who I was hanging with before them a little bit more, somewhat, or whatever. And when schedules changed, I didn't really see them so often. I only seen Tajay because, like, we lived in the same neighborhood and stuff like that. But I only seen Tajay. I didn't see too much of Chloe. I didn't see too much of Winter. Yeah, I didn't see too much of none of them. And then one day, me and Tajay was on a bus. School just ended, and it was my ex-bestie and my ex-boyfriend, not mine, but somebody else. And they was walking together. And she was like, "Is that Trey? Is that John?" And I was just like, yeah, I think so. Or whatever. She was like, girl, what? She was like, what she say? She said, girls and when they started hanging with each other or whatever. And I was like, girl, I don't know. And then after that, we just, started talking again. Cause it was when me and her stopped talking, it was never really a reason for us to stop talking. It was just like we just stopped talking. Like, I wouldn't even say it was more so because she, like, after me and Winter fell out, we fell out, because it wasn't really a fallout, but we just stopped talking. I wasn't hanging with Chloe and Winter, and like we just stopped talking or whatever. So yeah, that's how me and Tasha became cool. But I do not talk to Winter. I haven't talked to her ever since that whole situation happened. I can care less to talk to her. I haven't talked to Chloe either. No, I lie. Chloe snapped me some weeks, like some months ago. I can't remember what it was about. No, she was doing a story time on her story. She was doing a story time on her Snapchat story, and she tagged me in it because it had something to do with something about me, her, and this and that, or whatever. So I was just assuming like that's her little olive branch, you know, to dead the beef. So I don't think she got too much animosity towards me anymore. But I'm not cool with them. I'm not cool with them too. I don't got no problems with them. Ain't no beef on my side, but I just don't mess with them. So I doubt that it's still, well, I can't even say that, but yeah, we're not cool. I'm only cool with Tajay. I talk to her literally every day, if not every day, every other day. If I could do anything different, I wouldn't do absolutely nothing different. But the only thing I would do different, that's just how I feel, especially at the time. As soon as I saw Chloe, I just slapped her. Not even slap her, stick the nut on her. But you know, gave her time to get ready to put her bags down. Me being generous. But anyways, ain't really no hard feelings. I don't even live back home no more, so it is what it is. I'm pretty sure they're gonna see this video one day, but it is what it is. Ain't no hard feelings. I can care less or whatever, but that was the story. That's how it went. So yeah, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, give that bell down below, ring the ding ding. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Follow me on all social media platforms. The link will be in my description down below. Yeah, drop any more story time topics that y'all want me to talk about in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I have a story time about my ex that I mentioned in the video a little early on in the story, coming soon. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but it's definitely coming soon for you guys. Other than that, I will see you guys later.